Maybe I've never had an original idea in my head, in my stupid, balding head. Maybe if I didn't worry so much about this podcast, I wouldn't be balding in the first place. Maybe every podcast idea has been done, and this one is just a repetition of ones that have been done before. Maybe I'm just a fraud, and everyone else is doing it much better than I am.
Welcome to the Cages In Podcast, a weekly journey through the career of Nicolas Cage, the good, the bad, and the damn right insane. This week, Adaptation.
So here I am on the recording session for Caged In. I'm here with my writing partner, Perry Patsilivas, who is my twin brother. Perry, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. All a bit boring though, isn't it? Like, I don't know, just writing for this idiot. Like, he does a really good impression of you, but I don't know.
What do you mean, Perry? What do you mean? Like, he's boring? I think he's doing a fucking amazing job. Just like he catches our voices really good. Like it's like I don't even think like the audience know that this is scripted.
Yeah, well, that's probably me doing that. Because let's be frank, Petros, like you're pretty shit. I'm the one who comes with all the exciting, funny ideas. You just kind of have all the boring stuff, all the facts and details, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, but that's what the fans want. They want a bit of they want that. Otherwise, it's just a couple of idiots' opinions. It's like I fucking don't understand what you mean, Perry.
I don't know how many times I've got to tell you this, Petros. Like, people don't care about our opinions. They just, well, they do. Yeah, they care all about our opinions. Sorry, I got confused there. That's all they care about. We're fucking geniuses, okay? Well, I am. You're just a fucking idiot.
Okay, Perry. Like, I'm not sure how much longer we can write this together. Like, I think I might just go solo with it. We'll do this episode together. Like, we'll give the actor this one off, and yeah, it'll just be me and you, just behind the curtain, the writers going at it. Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Yeah, fucking whatever you want, mate.
So, as I ask everyone, Perry, have you seen this film before?
No, why would I watch this piece of shit?
I don't like. What do you mean? This is actually one I have seen, and like, I really enjoy it. Like,
yeah, you would, because it's boring and esoteric and a thinking man's film. There's not enough action. Have you ever seen Olympus Has Fallen? That's my kind of film.
Yes, Perry, I have seen Olympus Has Fallen, and it's not that good. It's a bit like, I don't know. I don't particularly like it.
Yeah, that's because you're a fucking idiot, Petros. How many times have I say this? You're a complete fucking idiot.
Come on, Perry. If you're going to be like this, Perry, like, I'm not sure if we can do this podcast together, because you're just making it super difficult, and I just want to get through this film, and that's it. That's the fucking end of us, okay?
Yeah, as we've established, I'm the fucking genius here. I can go right for any number one of these fucking Nicolas Cage podcasts, and you're fucking shitty derivative bullshit.
So I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's to get raging with Cage. Actually, you don't know why back. It's all the time, Perry.
Cage!
Yeah.
Podcast.
Like, can we just
Blood!
Don't know what's
Fucking hangers!
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Sign-off Beneficiary has released soon. Sign-off Beneficiary has released soon. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
We'll feed blood fucking friends, man! Oh, no, not the beat! Not the beat! Ah!
Ever heard of a lie? Hey, have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you're
Cage!
Yeah.
Podcast. Piss! Blood! We'll feed blood fucking friends, man!
So the podcast begins at the beginning of time. There's nothing there, and then over time stuff develops, and then we get the dinosaurs and the meteor comes, and then we speed up through time, and then we get to the point of recorded sound being invented, and then we have Petros Patsilivas being born, we have the character, we have Perry being born.
Seriously, is this how we're starting off the fucking podcast, Petros? We said this is not how we're going to do it. You're a fucking idiot. I really don't want to fucking do it. You made me sit through this fucking piece of shit film. You're a fucking arsehole.
Oh man, I thought that obviously referencing the film we're doing, this would have been a clever and interesting thing to do. Like, obviously that's a moment in the film I thought would, like, I thought that would be cool.
Well, you thought fucking wrong again, Petros. How many times have you got to go through this? Your ideas are fucking stupid. The audience won't get it. They're fucking stupid, okay? Again, this thinking man's film, and you enjoy it. I enjoy The Rock. I enjoy Con Air. The films where you leave your brain at the door. I like the pumping action.
Or can we at least just talk about, like, what happens in this film? I know it's quite a complex one, but come on, Perry, like, you can surely wrap your head around it.
Of course I can wrap my fucking head around it. What, do you want my analysis of this film? It's self-indulgent, it's boring, it's the type of film that you enjoy. The only characters in it that make any fucking sense are LaRoche and Donald, because they talk sense. They're not just fucking up their own arse like Charlie Kaufman. It's like, how self-indulgent have you got to be to start writing a script about something else and then put yourself in it? It's just like you, Petros. All of these fucking podcasts, you have to put yourself in it. It has to be all about you. It's even the character's name is your name. It's not fucking Perry Patsilivas, is it? It has to be Petros Patsilivas. I'm here on the fucking sidelines writing for you. You know what? Go fuck yourself, okay? You're a fucking prick. You're a loser. I'm not doing this fucking podcast with you. You can literally die for all I care. Just go fucking fuck yourself.
Perry, come on, mate. Don't leave. Come on, Perry, mate. Perry. Well, I guess that's it for Perry then, guys. I guess I'm gonna have to do this one solo. Luckily, we didn't get too deep into the film before, like, he showed his true colours. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have a little breather and then let's get into it. Okay. So my biggest trick yet on this podcast is probably to talk about this film. I've tried to talk about this film many a time with many people. This is actually one of my personal favourite films, not just in Nicolas Cage's back catalogue, but in just films in general. And this one is a very hard meta masterpiece that is so hard to decipher and explain to people in the written or even talking form. You could probably understand it a bit more better if it was written down, because ideas would be a bit more concise instead of just off the top of my head like they are right now. I've obviously thought long and hard about this film and how to depict it to you, that what happens on screen. So the film was brought to Columbia Pictures by Jonathan Demme, the late great Jonathan Demme, who directed Philadelphia and also the amazing Stop Making Sense, the live film by the Talking Heads, and it's written by Charlie Kaufman. The film is supposed to be a adaptation of the book The Orchid Thief by Susan Orlean, but evolved into something completely different, and we kind of see this process on screen. So the plot goes as follows. It is Charlie Kaufman's account of trying to adapt this book and wrote himself into the script, whilst you get the parallels of Susan Orlean's book, The Orchid Thief, which culminates in a kind of fictitious ending where he creates these fictional versions of both Susan Orlean and the eponymous Orchid Thief, John LaRoche, in a kind of crazy ramped up, like, action ending that is totally fictitious. A lot of, obviously, the characters in this are as well. The twin brother of Nicolas Cage's character, Charlie Kaufman, Donald Kaufman, as well portrayed by Nicolas Cage in this just tour de force performance, in that you just don't get to see like one side of him, you get to see like two sides of Nicolas Cage in one film. And for me, this is his star powered film. This is his like greatest feat to date. Obviously up there with Leaving Las Vegas. I believe he was also nominated for an Oscar for this film, and deservedly so. This film is just crazy. I would recommend you watch it. I'll try and like, it's so hard to talk about the events of the film for them to make any sense. There are many moments within the film where stuff that is depicted in later scenes, we see Charlie Kaufman like trying to go over writing the script for The Orchid Thief, and writes in stuff that is actually happening on screen or has already happened on screen. It is as crazy as it sounds, and it is as crazy as I sound right now. One of like the interesting things about this film, and especially Nicolas Cage's performance, is the fact that he is playing against type, in that he's this kind of sweaty loser, downbeat script writer who kind of is just filled with self-doubt and doesn't know what is going on half of the time, and is just having this anxiety to adapt this book into a screenplay. And then it obviously mirrors Charlie Kaufman's own neuroses and insecurities in script writing, but creates something that is beyond words to explain. I know that sounds lazy on my part, that obviously I've tried so many times to explain to people what this film is about. So it's like, I feel like as one of the key parts of this film is the brother Donald, because he's trying to be a screenwriter as well, and writes this kind of fictitious, like crazy thriller film in the vein of like Silence of the Lambs and Psycho, of this character who is has a split personality disorder, and then at the end of the film he realizes that the person he's chasing and is locked in the basement is himself. And he at one point asked Charlie for like a kind of thing that his killer would have, and he says, how about you say he is a professor of literature and makes like cuts pieces of his people up, and he's called like the sorry, it's like the deconstructionist, that's it. And then like Donald runs with that, and he's like, yeah, that's a great idea, I'm actually going to use that. And he's like, comes back to Charlie later on in the film and says to him, I've taken that idea, but he makes them eat him, so they're eating themselves. And then like the denouement at the end of the film is that when he is making his split personality side of him eat themselves, he's also eating himself. So it's almost like the snake eating its own tail, as he calls it. And obviously Charlie is there to correct him, calling it Ouroboros. And he's like, no, I don't know what that means. And he's like, no, Ouroboros is what it's called. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure that's not the name of the snake. And he's like, no, the thing of a snake eating its own tail is Ouroboros. And it is great to see these kind of two sides of like Nicolas Cage kind of conflicting in these two characters. You obviously have Charlie Kaufman, who kind of knows he's a genius and obviously has genius put upon him. A lot of this film as well is kind of on the set of being John Malkovich, and we kind of see the behind the scenes, and Charlie Kaufman's character kind of like very timidly trying to like say hello to people and get on with his job. And then Donald is there brash and bold, and like ends up dating Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, who is a makeup artist on the film. I don't know what else to really say about this film. As I said, I really, really enjoy it. It's a really difficult one. As I said, I've said this 3 times now. It's a really difficult one to kind of break down for people. There's just like crazy moments in it where it starts at the beginning, like he's talking about the script and he's like, yeah, it starts at the beginning of time, and we see on screen what he's talking about, and there's just loads of crazy stuff. And he's like, oh, we'll do the history of flowers, we'll do everything. And it just kind of, as like Donald's script, it ends up ramping up. It becomes everything that Charlie hates. And there is this fictitious romance between Susan Orlean and John LaRoche that happened, that isn't in the book itself, and it's portrayed in the film that eventually Charlie gets Donald on board to help him write the script, and he ends up interrogating Susan Orlean, pretending to be Charlie, and then spies on her, and then they go out to Florida where John LaRoche is and chase them down, and it just kind of goes crazy from there on out. I really, really, really enjoyed this film. There's just so many good scenes in it, and I don't know, it kind of, there isn't standout scenes per se. It's just more like the whole thing. It's just, maybe I'm a sucker for this kind of like meta, just like, I don't know whether lines blur. Like, I've tried to explain this to my girlfriend today, and she was like, I don't know what the fuck you are going on about, Petros. You are crazy. What do you mean there's like 2 Nicolas Cages? This film is like, he takes it so far, Charlie Kaufman, that this film is actually credited to Charlie and Donald Kaufman. Donald Kaufman does not exist in the real world. He is only a fictitious part of this film. He is a character in this film, but he took the joke that far as to go and credit the film to Donald Kaufman. So we now know that I enjoy this film, and it is a hell of a rip ride, and I would recommend it to anyone. You can probably pick it up for dirt cheap. I think I got it for 50p in CEX in the UK, which is probably like, I don't know, $1.50 in the US. I'm sure you can find it in a bargain bin, or it might be on Netflix. I have no idea. Now to see what the people of the internet have to say about this film in regards to those classic scoring systems. IMDb have given this film 7.7 out of 10. I believe that is a fair assessment. This is a decent film, and that is a decent score. And Rotten Tomatoes, 91%. That is mad decent, and I very much agree with that scoring.
You still fucking going on about this film, Petros?
What the fuck, Perry? I thought you were gone. Like, I thought that was it. I thought you were done with this podcast. I thought you would just leave me alone. How did you even get in here?
You thought I'd let you get away with this. You thought I'd let you just have all the fucking glory. I've come to fucking kill you, you prick. You really thought you were good, did you? You really thought you could do this without me? I don't think so.
Please kill me.
No. So, what does he normally say at the end of these? Oh yeah. I've been Perry Patsilivus. I've been caged in. You've been fucking idiots. Bye.